Everything seems fine to me. Everything seems fine to me.
Everything seems fine to you?
Yeah.
So, what's up with the fucking fact that it's 57 right now, but it's 70 is the high of today?
That's good because just yesterday it was so cold and I was really
Yeah.
pissed off.
Yeah, I was wearing a lot of layers yesterday when I was outside. Wait, that wasn't yesterday. That was the day before.
So like,
It's like I did not
you
go anywhere
didn't
yesterday.
leave. I
Took a day off. That was so nice, dude. I checked my email and my professor was like, no class today because I have no voice and I can't get out of bed.
Wow.
See you on Thursday. And she has canceled class a lot, but for some reason she's been so sick the whole semester almost. It seems like, because I can never remember a time when she's like, I'm still a little sick. Like she'll have like emergency all the time in a jar with her in class.
Oh, it was like an emergency. What's been happening?
You know the drinks?
I know.
I love this professor so much though. Like she is so funny, and she reminds me a lot of myself because she rambles a lot in class. But it's always relative to our class somehow.
But just not to the point.
Not it's just like super specific research examples that she's been a part of, or something in her
Just
life experience, because she's
stuff.
kind of older and she's done a lot of jobs to get to the point that she is now, because she's a social worker and she lived in New Jersey, and like it's just like, since just the one thing I told you, so much stuff she could talk about just from those small things.
Okay.
So she just talks about all her experience. But I like it because I like to hear about that type of stuff, and it helps me figure out, like, would that be something I would want to do? Nope.
That's true.
Because there was a time when I wanted to be a social worker, and I thought that was what I was gonna do.
Really?
Yes. When I was in abnormal psych, because my professor was like, if you guys like counseling, licensed clinical social work is what you should do.
I feel like people would just be saying stuff like,
well, he was like he's a practice person too. I don't know if he has his own practice, but he was also a practicing therapist person.
I don't know, the thing about social work is it's not always voluntary. Therapy is always voluntary. Most of the time it's voluntary.
Oh,
Like if you're going to therapy, you're at least going because
a lot of times,
because you
yeah,
know
that's
you need
true,
to go.
a lot of times,
But
because
like
sometimes people like that's what you like.
Social work, you often just get assigned to people that just need help.
Yeah.
They might not be
but
receiving.
I don't remember the direct way he framed it. That's just like the snippet that I remember. You know what I'm saying? So, but this is Tiffany wearing the exact same fucking thing. Are you wearing the same thing, or are you wearing something different as yesterday?
Oh yeah, this is the same outfit.
Okay, same. Okay, just taking
You know, when you just
we just
do
literally got out of
something
bed.
and then you go to sleep and just wake up. This is the grind now, baby.
This is the grind now, baby. Literally, this is the grind now, baby. Wow, what if we did that? Literally, like, okay, we do this. Literally, well, whenever I'm on it with you.
Yeah. Which is still probably gonna be a lot.
Anyway. Or the side channel, whatever we would like it to be. If we choose to do this, it could be morning night thing, because that was like so easy. Because
look, listen to this. Adam 22 streams like all day. Like they do most of the streams a day, and they have live streams.
Wow.
Yeah.
And they just talk the whole day.
Basically.
But they move around.
Well, yeah, because they have the store, so like they'll be walking down Melrose.
Okay.
With a gang of people, and they'll be standing outside the store, because people just come to the store all the time, like just random people, because so they can try to meet him or whatever. But like he that literally sounds like the fucking life. Shit. I know.
Doesn't it? It's so simple.
I know. That's why I'm like,
it's so simple.
I'm done. Like I'm seriously like I am not pandering.
Okay, you know what? You want to hear something crazy? You know that I want to. Like I've talked about like wanting to be a minister and DJ and like a healer.
Yeah.
So like my plan of like traveling to go to different places before I get my own like whatever would be like me like testing out the waters with different churches. So I would go to the church and be like there for the whole weekend. So like Friday and Saturday, either one or both, whichever, do a set with me and whoever I bring with me, and have a party. and then on Sunday do a fucking sermon. And Grace told me, because I didn't go to class on Monday because I was like not feeling good. And Grace told me on Monday that there is a person that is a DJ and a minister.
Wow.
Already.
That's crazy.
And I was like, yep, I'm getting into contact with that dude, because that's what I'm doing.
Who is this guy?
So cool. I think his name was she said that his performance name was Thomas Hood.
Tommy?
And I was like, that's really cool, because it's kind of like Robin.
Hit her up, Tommy.
Hit me up, brother. No, I'm going to hit you up.
No, I'm going to hit you
up. That's just so cool.
That is cool. I'm scared to eat all my fruit. Like, I bought a lot of fruit, but still, like, I could just eat all of it and at one time.
I'm basically doing that right now. But I have 2 bags of clementines. That's
I'm like, no, you're not. You're not really doing that right now. You have so much.
There's like a fucking rotten strawberry in my strawberry container.
What?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get I'm keeping my strawberries away from yours.
You already did, so.
Oh, good.
I keep my strawberries away from yours because that shit is contagious.
Because I have organic strawberries from Whole Foods. Am I gonna talk about Whole Foods?
My strawberries can run laps around yours, you fucking skank. Like, shut up. I can't open my fucking water bottle.
Am I gonna just bring up the fact that I shop at Whole Foods every time?
Yeah, let's have a fucking Whole Foods counter right now. Let's fucking bring that shit in here, since probably you're gonna bring it up with every single person you talk to. If you could
probably
work it in
because
there.
I want people shop. Like
Yeah, I mean, if that's an option and you're already spending, because I spend average of over 40, like around $45 to $70 at the grocery store.
And I would say,
but that's at Aldi usually.
But I let myself have whatever I want. If I actually was like, I don't need that, or like I don't need that, I could probably get this instead. Like if I did some of that, it would be a little bit less. But like you could still, I don't know. I feel like we might be.
I feel like
expecting a lot.
We actually, in the grand scheme of life, we are actually adults, so we should be doing like the things that we're doing.
Yeah, that's true.
We should be buying these things. We should be making our own food, like.
But some people just don't have the money.
Yeah, I know. That's why it sucks.
They really
it's
don't
really
have
hard.
the money.
Especially because even if the pulse was made to be like make us, because literally my professors have talked to me about this several times now. It was made in solution for the food deserts, but it literally hurt the people that are most affected by the food desert, because it's mostly the communities that VCU has been kicking out that are having a hard time getting food.
Yeah.
And affordable, healthy food at that.
Yeah.
Because VCU students have a lot of options available to them, and there's so many alternatives for them to find.
Yeah, honestly, like, you know what?
It's easier for VCU students than it is for other people.
The thing about Ram Pantry is, like, even though right now a lot of people don't use it, so, like, it may seem like, well, if everyone's using it, then it won't happen anymore. And it doesn't work like that. Like,
I feel like a lot of people do use it now.
Because
the other day I heard my friend and they said that there's not a lot of food a lot of times because there's a lot of people getting in there.
We have to go at a good time, like with anything,
that's true.
And they only buy for what they know is going to be sold. So what I'm saying is, if there are more people going and they know that more people are going,
they do have produce there too.
They're gonna do exactly. They have meat, they have produce, they have
dairy,
a lots of stuff,
and non-perishables.
I think I'm gonna get some yogurt.
So good.
Who likes oranges out there?
Clementines? I guess they're in the same family, but.
So you have to be specific that they're clementines.
Yeah, because some people are. Oh god, this is so funny, dude.
Are you going to class?
Yeah. It's 11:39.
Oh, you got 10 more minutes.
I have like 5 minutes because I gotta change. I cannot wear these pants to class.
I'm about to say, hey, do what you want to do, but
I always do what I want to do, but I literally wore sweatpants for like the first entire half of the semester.
So you've already set your limit.
Like, I already established to myself, to the whole class, that I'm pretty much the person that is totally cool with showing up to the class 10 minutes late, doesn't give a fuck. But also because guess what? I'm one of the people that has the best rapport already, the current rapport built up with my professor.
She's bragging on her rapport.
We have a good friendship because I already had that professor before, and I got, not to brag, but I got 100 on my midterm.
No, that's the funniest thing. You just went, not to brag or anything.
I know. But it's just like I'm happy because that never happens to me. Okay.
That's fair.
Not to keep tooting that narrative. I don't want to.
No, toot it up. Keep tooting.
Keep tooting.
Keep on tooting, brother.
No, brother.
Honestly, like I'm really trying to move.
What?
I really want to move. Like
I want to go over there because I want to be away from the.
Oh, I meant Virginia.
Oh, true. Yeah. I just meant like more immediate.
Oh yeah.
Than that.
That too, like that.
I do want to get the fuck out of Virginia. Actually,
I want
to be somewhere that truly does feel like it's my own.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to get my own place.
Like, I know it's dangerous to live on the beach, or like really close to the beach, and it's expensive.
Mm-hmm.
But that seriously sounds like.
Honestly, like I feel like Santa Monica is pretty affordable.
Really.
And
that's on a beach.
Santa Monica Beach.
Wow.
But that's just, I don't know, from what I've seen, because I've seen like when people will move there, like this one girl just moved there, and maybe her new job is just that banging. But I'm like, it's like, it can't be that expensive, because it's not like, it's a decent place, it's not super.
I wonder what's the norm for people that are our age and a little bit above to be paying for their places. You know what I'm saying?
What's normal?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just kind of, whatever is normal is what's to me, like what. It's a percentage.
Because like I was watching a video and they were like talking about $2,000 and he's like that was his rent, and
it depends on where you are.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for a fact. But it's just like, also it depends on like the job you have, because these people obviously make a lot of money, so it wasn't. Maybe they don't make. I don't know. I was under the impression that they did, but it's just like, to me right now, $2,000.
That sounds crazy.
That sounds so expensive.
But
then again, it's like if you want your entire whole place, then that's basically what you have to pay.
And like, it's not fair. Like people, the prices aren't fair.
Yeah, but then again, I do like having roommates. Like, I don't know. Like, obviously not for my entire life I'd want to do that. But the idea of having it's like a sibling, like a built-in sibling kind of, because you have the choice, you have the option to hang out. Like,
I'm tired of like
every day if you want to. It's kind of like that. So if you're the type of person that isolates yourself, because I've seen this benefit for other people and sometimes myself, if you're that type of person that always isolates yourself, then it allows you to have at least a buffer for, there's no way that you can't be somewhat accountable, like somebody else won't know you are okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
Like, and I just like that purpose. Also, it's kind of like if the sometimes that you lock your keys in the house, there's usually a person that can open the door. Usually.
Right, yeah, that's true.
Most chances. And if you lived on your own completely, the only chances you have is if you had a spare key and you gave it to somebody else, or you hid it outside your house or something like that.
Well, I feel like, if you live in an apartment, you could easily probably just go downstairs and ask the person.
You know what? That's what you think. That's what you think. I hate you.
It's like when you live in a bigger space, it's like naturally there's more to take care of. Like, it's not a lot. It's not a lot, but when it's not your own stuff, it's like if you make a little mess, okay, fine. But if everyone makes a little mess, that's a big mess.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it's just annoying. And also, I didn't plan on like living with roommates forever. It's a little early. Like, I could definitely just...
Yeah, because we... Okay, so think about it. Even if in our parents' eyes we're older, we're like adults, our economy has shifted so, like, in a downward way that doesn't work in our favor. Like, it's harder for us to get jobs that pay enough money for us to, like, provide for us and another person. Like, like, we're not getting married as fast. We're not having kids as fast unless there's, like, the cases of teen pregnancy. So it's just like interesting because, like, add that onto the fact that we were in college this whole time, so we were in a separate bubble of adulthood that isn't even real adulthood.
Yeah, it's like a
like, all our friends that didn't go to college kind of lived in real adulthood for the most part, unless they live with their parents.
But see, a lot of people we know
do live with their parents. Yeah, so
it's like,
that doesn't really... You're right. But it's just like, after this, then that's our first real experience.
If I could live at home, I probably would be living at home right now, because then I would, because it's like, I don't hate it at home anymore. Like, I really don't.
It's not that I don't hate it, but...
And I have my own space. Like, your situation is different.
Yeah, that's
It's true. Just me
Your
and
situation
Jace.
Is totally different.
I could be in that cave by myself and be literally chilling every day.
Yeah.
And, like, not being bothered. I could go
and
out.
You have a completely different scenario with your family.
I know, it's real crazy there, now.
So...
Yeah. So, like, I would be totally
If I had this
fine.
scenario, I would live at home, too, actually. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it's not like you can't get by in my scenario, but
it's really uncomfortable.
Yeah. Like, it's like you can literally only take in a small dose.
So then, like, why would you do that?
Yeah. Why would you do that to yourself? That's like literally reversing. That would be a reverse if I had to do that shit.
Yeah. Like, that wouldn't be, it wouldn't be, like, beneficial.
Unless I got some magical, extremely high paying job and I was just, like, racking up the savings or something. And then paying off, like, some loans real fast.
I would just love be working at home. Just working somewhere.
Working from home?
No, working somewhere at home.
Oh, and
living at home so I have no rent. And then I just, for a year, just save up my coins and just leave.
That's literally why I feel like... Oh, man. That's why I feel like...
But I really want my own place. So, like...
If my parents got a house in Richmond and... it was, like, big enough where there was another person that was paying rent outside of the family, and we were paying rent too, and it was, like, cheaper, and I had, like, a bigger job after graduation, that would be the best case scenario, because after I leave, then there's another space for another person, and then each person that leaves, they're getting a whole source of income up here that will literally probably never stop. Because people always need a fucking place to live when they go to school right there. Especially if it's relatively close. And especially if it looks nice. And you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just feel like it's such a good idea. But it's like... It won't be my very own thing right away. But it's obviously like nobody can afford their own fucking whole entire house. Unless you're renting. But...
Well, I
just don't like to live with crappy landlords.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna try to build me a tiny house and then just find some land in California.
I'm weak as shit. That's so funny.
I'm really serious.
Build me a tiny house. Have you, like, looked into the actual construction of them?
Oh, yes.
Really?
It's so easy.
Is it cheap? Is it pretty cheap?
Compared to, like, a real house, yes.
Okay, can you explain the process in a little bit of a tidbit or
no?
I
can in a little tidbit. So,
wait, what time is it?
See?
Oh God, I need to go. But you can keep talking.
Okay. So I looked into it on, like, YouTube and stuff. There's a lot of videos on it. Like, it's a thing. Like, people really do this shit, like, on a regular. It's annoying to see people be like, it's my parents' land. So it's like they don't really go through the process of, like, acquiring land because they just end up on their parents' land. So it's like, it's not really that helpful. But then you just find the materials. A lot of people go for, like, recycled materials. They go for, because it's cheaper, because you could just get it for free.
Recycled materials?
Yeah, like they'll go and try to find, really? Like, yes, it's very, like, they're very resourceful. they'll go find some like old wood to use as this, and then they'll find some this to use as that, like just because it's cheaper than to like that was so bad, I just stuttered so bad. Really? Yeah. It's cheaper to get materials that way rather than getting brand new everything, and that's what makes it a cheaper thing to do. But it still looks good. Like you can still make a really cool house, a really nice, spacious, and it's just you gotta get creative with it and like what you can find and who you talk to and like all of that. And then what I'm probably gonna end up doing is, after I live here for however long and then I stack up my money some more, I'm gonna build another one and like and just start expanding it, because I want my real house, I would want like with shipping containers, like like
just one.
No, shipping containers.
Oh, containers. Okay, I didn't hear that. I only heard that.
It would be an expanded thing, so I don't know if I would be able to afford like all of them at once, but like I do plan on having multiple put together, and like having different rooms and all of that. So I'm really excited for this, and I'm really interested in like designing them and building them for other people and making that a thing that I do, or that I can do.
Like that idea.
Like I'm really
doing it for other people too.
Yeah, because like think about how I frame this to like people like us. Like seriously, it's so good, it's so nice, because you can really be anywhere you want to be. Yeah. Because you don't have to, like, if you really want to go to LA, you could just find some land. Like it's not that easy. Like I'm not saying it's the easy thing to do, but it could be worth it. Yeah, like yeah,
because like
but like
could be
but it's like it's you could but you could, you know, you could try, and it could be more accessible. Like that's why I want to do it, because
it's a house for homeless people too.
That too, because like you can make them really, like you can make them for like $5,000. Which is really nothing in the grand scheme. If you have money, $5,000 is a fucking penny. No, but I'm saying like a person that makes houses, like that already has that kind of money. Yeah. It's easy for them to build that, and then somebody stay in there for, you know, very cheap. Yeah. Like the cost, there's like so little cost. So, yeah. There's so little. So I think I'm gonna wrap it up now, because we both have to go to class. I really think this is gonna be an everyday thing. Like I really want to do this, so I'm gonna today, while I'm in class, I'm gonna be working on getting these up, because they need to be up. I am filming. Hopefully I'm still recording right now, I don't know, but thank you so much for tuning in to Planting Seeds. I'm Brithegardener. That was Glory. I don't know if she has a name, but and we'll probably record, like I'm telling you, episodes are going to be really flying off the fucking shelves, because I have lots of people that I want to do interviews with. This is a long outro, I know, but I just be rambling. I really appreciate you watching. If you did, I think this is gonna really take off at some point. Like we're really gonna do a lot with this. So hopefully I can get the guests that I want next time soon, because it's not just gonna be me and her. I'm gonna have other people on it, but she lives with me right now, so it's the easiest thing to do. But I will not further ramble. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Bree, the gardener. This is the garden, planting seeds. This is the garden. This is planting seeds on the garden.